Hey, what's up? So I kind of want to talk about disorganized thinking and um, racing thoughts. So these are two symptoms of schizophrenia, and that's something I've been diagnosed with, schizoaffective disorder. Um, so I want to talk about what it's like for me. Um, so with these two things, what it's how it affects the mind is they both kind of work together, I guess, to make um, regular life difficult, especially in setting goals and accomplishing tasks. So, with disorganized thinking, it's what it is it's a well, it prevents you from being able to think clearly. It's like it it affects your memory in terms of like your your working memory in terms of like mixing up the order of things or not being able to remember a sequence of like a logical sequence of things. So you might skip steps or you might like try to do something um, like one thing and then do the third step and then try to do the second step, and that doesn't work too well. So you start off with a task, and let's say it's divided up into 5 different steps. Well, you might start off with one, and then you go to three, and then you go to two, and then you go to five, and then you go to four. So that's not very productive in trying to um, direct your action, I guess. So that would be disorganized thinking. And then with with racing thoughts. Uh, so for me, a lot of the times how that works is I'll think I need to do one thing, and then I'll think about another thing that I need to do, and then I'll go back to the first one that I need to do, and so I'm constantly going back and forth instead of just thinking about doing one thing at a time and doing, okay, so I have to do this one thing, and then once that's completed, then I can do the next thing. That's not the way my brain really works very well. So instead, my brain kind of goes, well, I need to do this one thing, so I should do it. And then, like, a moment later, I'll think, I need to do this other thing too, so then I'll try to do that. And then I never really get started on either of them, and by the time I'm getting started on the second one, then I realized that it was stupid for me to try to do the second one before doing the first one, so then I tried to do the first one. It's it makes life difficult. Um and I think probably my low processing speed has something to do with that as well. The other thing that I'm not very good at is like counting things. Um, I can't count very fast. I can't say the alphabet very fast. I can't talk very fast. And I think these are because of that, because I can't do those things, I think that those are symptoms of having low processor speed and memory speed. You can think about racing thoughts as like a what's the word? Well, okay, so there's this word, and I'm trying to think about what it is, but let me just describe what it is. Bottleneck. That's what it is. So you can think about it like a bottleneck. Like, so in computers, you think about um, a bottleneck of information. And your computer works perfectly fine if you're not maxing out anything. But as soon as you start to max out one thing, then what happens is it slows down another thing in your computer. So if you have a really crappy CPU and you have a really, really nice GPU and you are running a benchmark that benches both your um, CPU and GPU at the same time, well, what's going to happen is that your CPU is going to be maxed out at its max potential, and then because of that, your GPU has so much overhead that it's trying to process as much information as possible and trying to output that, but it can't do as much as it wants to because the CPU can only do a little bit at a time. That's kind of the way it works with racing COTS. Anyways, that's more or less the video. So, I just wanted to explain that. I kind of tried to tie it into IQ, but I don't know how successful that was or not. Anyways, that's all. Bye.